Basically, Ireland was one of the last places in Europe to be covered in a glacier, over 10 million years ago. When it pulled away, it released this amazing island, beautiful landscape, unreal trees and loads of land. But the water levels hadn't risen enough, and there was actually a bridge connecting Ireland with Scotland, known as the Giant's Causeway. The Giant's Causeway is still there today. I don't know if anybody's been up to it, but you can't see it now. You can only see both ends of it because the water levels have risen. It's covered in seawater. But you'll see it at the top of Ireland, the coast of Antrim, and if you go across to Scotland, there's a small little island, you'll find the other half of it. It's only a 12-mile walk. There's only 12 miles between the top of Ireland and Scotland. So they strolled over. So technically the first people in Ireland were from what we know today as Scotland. Scottish people. They didn't really use up the land though. Other people showed up from Spain and England. They all found this amazing place where you could set up camp. There was no real rules, you could make your own little town. But it was all along the coasts. The reason for that is Ireland, a lot of the Midlands of Ireland has what's known as bogland. And a lot of people were afraid to go any further into land. So they used to just stay along the coast. It wasn't until the Celts showed up, the Celts. When they showed up, they brought with them the Bronze Age, new farming equipment, new weapons, their own culture, their own beliefs. But they also started really using the land. They wouldn't obviously worship the land as well. They believed that all the trees were alive, that their gods lived among the trees and in the rocks. But they cut down the trees and they put down roads. They built the first roads in Ireland. The first highway, the superhighway, was built by the Celts. A couple of trees across the bogland. And they really made it usable. And they made it their own. And the Celts, they weren't always peaceful. The Celts were never actually peaceful. They hated each other. Loads of different families started up, loads of different factions. They all broke up into 4 pieces. That's why Ireland is broken up into 4 provinces. I told you before we have 32 counties, but we only have 4 provinces. Ulster, Connacht and Leinster. Right now we are in Munster. Dublin is Leinster, Galway is in Connacht, and Northern Ireland, all of Northern Ireland is Ulster. Hey? Yeah. Well, I'm just getting to that thing. Northern Ireland is the British one, it's Ulster. And they were ruled over by the chieftains or the high kings of Ireland. But there was also a 5th province at the time called Meath. Meath has become a county now. There's 2 counties, County Meath and County Westmeath. But they used to be a province. And that's where the high king of Ireland ruled from. Well, mainly. Depending on which king, he liked to rule from different places, but the main place was like Meath. He ruled from there. So everybody feared the Celts, especially the Romans. The Romans were terrified of the Celts.